Thank you, John. Hello, champions, fellows. Thank you for being here. I'm going to tell you about a community impact project that we think about designing for community, right? So I'm from Rowan University in New Jersey, and the key words here would be entrepreneurship, poverty, and design thinking. So we're going to talk a little bit about the city of Camden, New Jersey. This is only 20 miles from my campus. What poorest city in America 10 years ago, right? So we wanted to understand, well, I was born there. I lived there for the first couple of years of my life. And so I'm a professor of entrepreneurship. I teach my students design thinking. I wondered, how might we leverage design thinking and entrepreneurship as a pathway out of poverty? It's some programs that we actually study at my institution. My father started this business in 1955. I lived there above that store for the first couple of years of my life. But my father was an entrepreneur, and he used that as a means to create a solid middle-class living for our family. I wondered, could I help others do the same? So leveraging design thinking with emphasis on empathy, right? I undertook, for my stakeholders to have them consider the phrase made famous by Dr. Martin Luther King, "I have a dream," and I asked them to answer that question. But I realized soon after I began my project in late 21 that there was some alignment with my initiative and something else that was going on out of Notre Dame, the Urban Poverty Business Initiative. So my dean approved us to become part of that, and off I went. We obtained office space at a building in Camden. This is where I ran the program in the fall of last year. We had great facilities there. And so I began to communicate. Last spring and summer, I put out flyers in English, Spanish. I didn't know who we would get to sign up. I didn't know how many people would sign up. This is not college credit. This is community engagement. And this is my group on the first day of last September. You'll notice they're all women. I didn't know that's the way it would be, right? They're beautiful. They're motivated. They were engaged. And we spent 6 different sessions on Saturdays together. These are the ideas for businesses that they came up with. So I'm still working with them. I have my students working with them. In this spring semester, I have an entire course dedicated where my students are working with them to bring their businesses to life. I had a graduation last September. I called it a graduation, even though this was not for credit, right? But they were proud. They brought their families. They brought their children. Right, these 12 women who finished the program with me last fall. But this program continues. Right? I engaged them and brought them mentors. I brought them advisors. I brought them students as consultants. And this is one success story of a lady named Kratina. And my students then in turn redesigned. We had her come to our campus. We had professional photography done in our arts and programs, our school, a different school, not in my College of Business or Engineering. And we redesigned her website. She has an active business. She just recently opened her first brick and mortar storefront. I found some grant money for her from the Coca-Cola Foundation through the Notre Dame program. And she used that money as part of her down payment in order so that she could move into the brick and mortar location. So the program continues. Again, I had a mentorship phase, consulting, Rowan students, alumni, and the like, working with all of these people. So that's active and ongoing right now this semester. It'll continue in the summer. I intend to continue this going forward. I've got still the great support of my deans. I thank my Faculty Innovation Fellow peers for continuing to excite me with the opportunity. So I ask this question: how might we empower poverty-stricken communities to create their own entrepreneurial destiny? Thank you very much.